Duke the old engine was recently found after many years of being locked up in a shed. He hasn't worked in many years now, and he's now just getting his bearings back. It was winter now, and everything was covered in a thick white blanket of snow. Duke was resting in a shed as Peter Sam puffed past.
Come on, Grandpa. Get to work and stop sitting in the cold.
Duke said nothing. He just smiled as his fireman lit his fire. Later, as Duke was hauling a passenger train, he found out he had no puff.
What's happening? The train seems heavier than usual.
Maybe another engine should take your train, Duke.
No. I can do this. I'm fine.
So he did. Every wheel turn was painful for Duke, but his slow pace and the icy rails didn't stop him.
You did amazing, Duke.
Duke backed into the shed that afternoon looking exhausted. Peter Sam and Sir Handel were worried.
Are you alright, Duke?
Peter Sam said worryingly.
You don't look very good.
I'm fine. Just work is all.
I'm not sure. You don't seem well. Is it the snow, Grandpa?
Duke, this isn't good. If I hadn't known any better, I thought you were overworking yourself.
I'm fine, I swear. I can do 10 times the workload any of you youngsters can, and in half the time too.
Duke replied crossly. The next morning, Duke was getting ready once more. Peter Sam passed once again, but instead of an insult, he said nothing. He was stressing about Duke. On the way, things started to go bad. As Duke traveled along the line, his driver noticed a sound.
Something's up.
Nothing's wrong. You're just hearing things, I'm sure.
As Duke finished his sentence, a loud hissing noise made itself known.
Oh, what's happening?
Duke stopped in the middle of the line, and his driver checked them all over.
Now you've done it. Your boiler seems to have a crack in it. This isn't good. We need to call for help.
No,
Duke, if you keep going, your boiler could crack more, and then you could, well...
Duke frowned as his driver left to find a telephone. As Duke sat in the siding, Rusty backed in with some supplies for Duke.
Had a nasty accident, eh?
it's those young engines. They can't see sense. They don't understand that old engines can work just as hard as them.
Duke replied angrily.
Well, from what I've witnessed, and from what the others have told me, it seems you don't want to get older.
Nonsense. I just want to show the others that I'm as useful as them.
Duke, your work ethic is noble, and I'm sure others are inspired by you.
What do you mean?
Your ethic to go the extra mile and work yourself until you can't go anymore. But it's time to come to terms with the world. Engines grow old, I will too, and so will everyone else.
I suppose.
It's time you realize that you're old. You need a lesser workload and long breaks in between jobs. The other engines aren't pulling your wheel, they're concerned for you.
I suppose.
Now, I'll talk to the Fat Controller about this. You do need this, Duke. It's been a long time coming. It'll do wonders for you, Duke. I know it will.
Rusty was right. The lesser workload and the larger breaks did do wonders for Duke. He seemed much happier, and he was comfortable with his work now. Peter, Sam and Sir Handel do tease Duke sometimes about his old age, but Duke doesn't mind. He's glad for the memories the three of them have made together.